Good evening, everybody. We are back again with Krish, Ahan, Sankarshan, and Yash. Today we will be discussing a very popular comic series. It's called Tintin. The creator is Herb, and today we are taking this album, Tintin in Tibet. It's like this was one of the comics that I read. This was my first comics of Tintin when I was a kid, and it blew me away. It was very very original and something very very new for me. Back then in 1980s, I would say, we were used to Amar Chitra Katha and Indrajal comics, Diamond comics. Uh, they were also very very. I was like addicted to the comics, but when I read Tintin for the first time, I was like really taken by this beautiful comics. So after almost 30 years, I see my kids reading Tintin, and they are as excited as I was when the Tintin when I was a kid. So I will ask them some questions, and we will get their reaction as to why they basically like the comic so much. So my first question is, what do you like in this comics? Yeah, we can start with Yash. What do you like about Tintin comics?
I, I like the adventurous stories that Tintin, Captain Haddock, and Calculus face.
Okay, great. Like the adventure involved in the comics. Yeah, Ahan, what about you?
Yeah.
I like the adventure too, but I also like the humor in the story.
Yeah,
There's a lot
humor.
of humor. Yeah, even if in the gravest situations over there, the author manages to get a lot of humor.
Okay, so
So if you see in
adventure.
this book, when Tintin is finding, yeah, when he's finding his friend, it's a very grave situation. That is his friend dead or what has happened, but they get humor into the story every now and then.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is
The
situational humor.
main person who gives the humor is Captain Haddock.
Yeah,
He gives
Yeah,
it intentionally, but yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and
he
it's
has
Even
a very
actually
Thompson
short
and
really
temper.
Thompson. Yeah, Thompson and Thompson. Even though they're not in this book, in other books, they are also giving a lot of humor.
yeah. They are
Yeah.
also. Yeah, Sankarshan, what about you? Why do you like this Tintin or Tintin series?
I like this Tintin series because
Sir,
it
Yeah,
was the same reason that Ahan said just now. But the second reason that I got was the picture representation slash the graphical representation was really good, which makes the book interesting.
okay, very good.
I completely agree with
You
Sankarshan.
like the drawing and the picture and also the pages. Actually, for us, the pages were also quite. The size also mattered a lot.
Yeah, the quality of the pages.
Very good. Yeah, Krish, what? Why do you like this series?
I like the series because of the amount of adventure and suspense in the book.
Okay,
You would have to. It gets you interested to keep on reading until you find out the solution to like a problem of the book.
very good. So I will move on to my next question. Why is Tintin comic so popular? What makes it sell? Even today, almost 70 years after it was created. Yeah, we will start with Ahan. Why do you think this is the longevity of the book is so high and the popularity is also so high?
okay, like all the points which have already been said, that it has the humor, adventure, the graphics, all of that is really good. And one more thing, the author has made it like it's timeless.
Okay, so how did they do it?
The timeless tale.
He made sure, yeah, he made sure that wherever it goes, whoever reads it, everyone will like it.
Yeah, so how? What did he do to do that? What do you think he did?
I think the main thing that interests everyone is the graphics and the pictures in it, since it gives more visualization to the whole book.
Okay, so graphics and visualization. Okay, I will move on to Sankarshan. What is your take on this, Sankarshan? Why do you think the book is so popular in so many countries and it's running strong even today?
I think it is popular because I completely agree with Ahan that the pictorial representation was very good and graphics make the visualization easier. But the second reason is that the language is easier. Like I read one more comic like Amar Chitrkatha. There also language was very easier to read, which makes the book popular amongst children.
Okay, so language is easy to understand and it's very attractive. What about you, Krish? What do you think? It's so popular in so many countries.
Probably what is it? The illustrations of the book, they look like really cool. The adventure as well also intrigues people to read the book. Yeah, like Sankarshan said, the language was pretty easy to understand.
Okay, it is easy to comprehend. What about you, Yash? You
I
have,
agree with everyone. It's a timeless tale. Like if you picked it up 30 years ago, it would appeal to you as well.
yeah, so my question is why? Do you think some kind of research has gone into this book or do you
Yeah, a lot of research has gone into this. This is a attention to detail book. Like Harsh has put a lot of details in this.
can
Like
you,
some are from real life, some are from
yeah,
just created.
you are very close to actually the truth. There is a book apart from the album.
Tintin and Companion.
Yeah, Tintin Companion. So it basically tells you that how the story was conceived and what was picked from the real life. So if coming back to Tintin in Tibet, like the story was inspired by footmarks of a big footmarks, like and at that point of time when this book come into this one, it's like it came into the newspaper and it was like really very talk of the town. So that is why this thing happened. So yeah, great. So my third question, while comparing other comics, what is so different about Tintin? When you compare it with other comics, what is so different? Yeah, Sankarshan, this question comes to you.
I think that the thing that made it different from other comics from India is I had read Amar Chitra Katha. It is related to India. Whole book is related to India. Like Amar Chitra Katha is also divided in many parts, like philosophy, related into freedom fighters, gods, and many other things. But there it is only
Sorry.
like what I said just now, the thing that made it different was the language is same, but it compiles all the religion. Like in this novel, this book, we studied about monasteries, and here we also see some dialogues of Hindis, like when Captain Haddock hit one man which was taking something in his bag. He hit, then he scolded Captain Haddock in his language. We can
Yeah,
also see that it was compiled from the Indian language too and Indian religion.
very good. What about you, Krish? Why you
What
comparing?
makes
Yeah,
what makes the comic so different was that so like it
yeah.
more adventure than like most of the other comics. And
No, we cannot hear you. Can you please repeat yourself?
the plot was also
Okay, the plot is different and the it is different from other comics because of the plot and what we lost you. Sorry. And
it
repeat.
was different because of the amount of adventure in there.
Yeah, adventure is one thing.
Also the illustrations of
Okay,
yeah.
adventure, illustrations, plot, everything else. Great. Yeah, yes. What do you think? Why so different from the other comics?
I also this time agree with this thing. Everyone, the story is timeless and what is that? Wait, I forgot the question. What is the question?
Question is why is
What
it
makes the
so?
comics so different
Yeah, what is the
from other
What makes the
comics?
Yeah, the adventure does. The adventure makes the comics different. Like I've read one more comic like close to this. It is called Asterix. Like
yeah asterisk?
if you are familiar with Tintin, then you will like Asterix as well. Like all these books have adventures packed in them. Like it has everything at
Absolutely,
once.
very good. What about you?
Yeah, it
Ahan?
has humor.
Yeah, humor is there. So
Uh,
what do
I,
why
I, I
do
even
you
I
have? Yeah, you have
even
any
I agree with
thoughts?
everyone with
Okay,
concussion also. Like he said that when we see to other comics, this is Nar has too much of one country's traditions and Nar too less of one. So it's
okay,
kind of averaged out. If you read other comics like Concussion said, like Tinkle also, that's also one. It's mostly focused around
yeah,
Indian culture since it's Indian comic. And one more
absolutely,
thing in it is the adventure in it also, like everyone mentioned. It makes you like once you read one, you're always tempted to read the next one because of its adventure.
absolutely. Yeah, great. So my next question is to Krish. What kind of story was this?
The story was mostly about adventure. No, the story is about friendship, love, adventure,
Okay,
all those types of stuff. It's a mix between that, but it's mostly kind of adventure and friendship.
very good answer. What about you? Yes. What is this?
It is a humorous this story. It is a adventurous story. And the story is about friendship. Like I don't know if many people notice. Captain Haddock also never left Tintin's sides. Everyone has noticed that Tintin had gone to rescue what is that Chang from the train
From
ship.
the
I
from
mean
the air.
aeroplane
Yeah,
wreck. And Captain Haddock went with Tintin to trek and save Chang. He never left his side once. Although he said many times that I'm leaving you, you can do whatever you want. But in the end, he always was there with Tintin.
very good.
So
So
I like that.
this is a story
I
about
like
friendship.
that
Any
part.
different answers from Ahan or Sankash, or you two agree
I
with
have
them?
one. Yeah, I have only one or two different answers.
Yeah, please go ahead.
If you see it, everything everyone said is the same reasons which I have, but I have some extra reasons. One is loyalty, which is already mentioned in terms of friendship, and one more is that you should never give up your goal. Since over
Okay,
here, Tintin had his goal on finding Chang, but even though Captain kept on trying him to leave that topic that Chang must be dead, but Tintin never listened to him. He he trekked and he found Chang. So he never gave up on his goal.
absolutely, very good answer. Yeah,
So it's about perseverance, basically.
it's about perseverance. Okay, what about you, Sankash?
I agree with everyone that friendship was major part in this book, and adventure was one of the also the minor part of this book. Uh, but a different example, as others said, in this book we have noticed that even though the person is a person not met with his sahib or his friend, uh, many times he met his friend only one time. He helped each other, like. When Captain Haddock and Tintin were in difficult situation, and Tharki left them in that difficult situation and said that I will not go with you. It's very dangerous place. So after that, after they heard, or I think Tharki imagined that they were in difficult situation. So he ran back and said that and think that I will help them. I help my sahibs and my master. So I think friendship was major part too.
Very good. Very good answer. Okay, you have spoken about the friendship of Tintin with Chang and Haddock with Tintin and this Sherpa with Tintin and Haddock. Okay,
There's
there
one more
was
actually.
there was one more friendship. Can you name that?
Yeah, I just thought about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm thinking the one which you're thinking, but I think it's Snowy and Tintin.
Snowy and Tintin. Okay, Snowy and Tintin is also there, but I am not thinking about that. What else? There
Yeti
is
and
one
Chang.
one
Yeti
major.
and Chang. Yeti and Chang. I just thought that. Yeah, Yeti and Chang.
Okay, yeah, there is a big friendship between Yeti and Chang. Yeti basically rescued Chang and kept him alive for so
Saved him.
long. Otherwise, he would
Yeah,
not
gave
have
him the
survived.
food.
That's why he's crying when Chang, like, if you can see.
And then you can also see this from Chang. In the end, when Tintin rescues Chang, Chang says he's not bad. Like, people
Yeah,
call him abominable snowman.
yeah,
And then he says that this Yeti is also a very good animal, kept me alive, all those things. And then Tintin says that you are the only one who has met the Yeti, and yet you don't call him abominable snowman, whatever.
very good, very good. So, yeah, there was friendship between Yeti and Chang as well. Yeah, so this next question goes to Yash. Who is your favorite character in the comics, in the entire Tintin series, and why?
My favorite character is Captain Haddock because of his short temper.
Because of his
Like,
short
from his
temper.
short temper, yeah, because of his short temper, he gives many humorous scenes in Tintin
Okay,
comics.
unintentional humor.
Yeah, unintentional humor.
Okay, so Captain Haddock. What about you, Ahan?
Yeah. Yeah, so he gives the most humor in the story. He's the main person who gives humor here.
You
Like
also
in
like
one scene,
Captain Haddock.
yeah, in one scene, he actually, when a child is making faces at him, he starts acting like a child and makes faces back at the child.
Yeah,
He was just teasing the child.
yeah, you are right.
Like,
So
the child was teaching.
No, but
teasing.
that's his normal nature. And
Yeah.
his favorite saying is also blistering barnacles.
And
Yeah.
thundering typhoons.
Yeah, that is also very attractive. So when I was a kid, I also liked Captain Haddock a lot because of his short temper and he used to like easily get off the handle, which was quite amusing. Yeah, Sankarshan, who do you think is who is your favorite character?
My favorite character, there are two favorite characters of mine, which are first is Captain Haddock. Captain Haddock is my favorite character because he makes his surprises and all. He gets into difficult situation many times in books, which make the book interesting and funny. And the second character which I liked was Snowy. I like Snowy because of his loyalty and his two sides in book, which make him human as well as the statement which gets true in Snowy that animals have feelings.
Very good answer. Yeah, Krish, who is your favorite character in this series, Tintin series?
My favorite character was Captain Haddock because of his short-tempered personality as well.
So all
I
of you
think
are
everyone likes
unanimous. Nobody
Captain
likes Tintin.
Haddock.
Captain Haddock is more
I mean,
popular than
Tintin is the main person. Everyone likes him, but apart from him, Captain Haddock is the most favored one.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So
In-
this question goes
There's one
to
more point, like like Sankarshan said, Snowy is loyal to Tintin. I forgot to mention, but even Captain Haddock is also loyal to Tintin a lot.
Yeah,
Yes.
I just mentioned
Loyal.
that.
he's
He's
loyal.
loyal.
He's loyal to Tintin.
Yes.
And like
Yeah,
there
to
are
everyone.
many instances when they do not see eye to eye, but he still does not leave the side of his friend, and he goes with whatever.
I think because of Captain Haddock, calculus is forgotten. Nobody remembers calculus.
Yeah,
He's also a main character,
Calculus is a main character, but not in this episode.
but not in this book. Yeah.
Yeah, in the book.
So moving on to the next question. This is to Ahan. What kind of what did you learn from this story? What kind of story was this, and what did you learn from the story?
So this story was an adventurous story.
Okay.
Everyone mentioned. So yeah, it was an adventurous story. It circled all around adventure. Like every time Tintin and Snowy think they're free of something, and then their adventure pops up out of nowhere.
Mhm.
So the learning from this book would be friendship and loyalty. Indeed.
Friendship and loyalty. Very good. What
Tintin
about
and Snowy actually like adventure.
yeah? It's called the
Yeah, but it
adventures.
pops up. Yeah, it pops up at the most strange of times.
Yeah.
They can never
Yeah.
tell that when it's gonna pop up.
So it's
Like
called the
once it pops
adventures
up, and then
adventures
they're,
of Tintin.
Yeah.
That
yeah,
is
when
why.
they're in a market over there, they get to know mystery. So you never know when it's gonna come.
Yeah, mystery of the
Absolutely.
unicorn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Sankarshan?
I completely agree with Han, but my second reason is that don't judge a book by its cover, because all the Tibetan peoples always think that Yeti is a abominable snowman and he is bad person. He eats human and yaks and all, but he's not that bad person. He helped Chang in his difficult situation. He was just going to die without hunger and fever. He helped him. So I think that don't judge a book by its cover.
Very good answer. Yeah.
Excellent point. Excellent point.
Yeah. Yes, Krish. What was your learning from this book? Krish, are you there? Okay, we will come back to him. What was your learning, Yash?
My learning was friendship. Like you should never leave a friend behind.
Okay. I think we have lost
And also
the
adventure.
connection. Yeah, connection. So we will see whether he is coming back. But we will continue. Never leave a friend behind. So, great. So, whose turn is it now? Whom should I ask? Sankarshan. Why is Snowy included
Yeah,
in the
Sankarshan.
series? Why is Snowy? Why is Snowy is included in the series? And why do you think that Snowy had two sides in the book?
I think that Snow is included in the story so that Tintin can have a companion.
Companion. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
And I think, can you repeat the second question?
And
Why did he have two sides in the book?
why was he depicted having two sides in the story?
I think he's depicted as two sides because so that in the book we can see that Snowy can become a human, like I said before in my question answer, that animals have feelings, so that we can see that animals have feeling. We can, yes.
Okay, very good. What about you, Yash? Do you agree with him, or you have any other point?
Yeah, I agree with him. Snowy was added to the story to give Tintin a companion. Like, never in one book have I seen Snowy not being there with Tintin. He's very
So
loyal to
so why do you
Tintin.
think that was?
To give Snowy what was?
Okay. Why do you think that Snowy was included in the book? It's to give him a companion. Why do you think that Hush did that? Was there
Yeah,
any?
also to give small humorous parts, like we can see in this one when he gets drunk.
Okay, very good. I have a different point, so let me see whether you get that point, or I will.
Nice.
Yeah, Ahan, please.
Okay, so I agree with everyone. His loyalty is one of the main things. He never leaves Tintin's side. He's also there to actually give Tintin a companion in the story than animal companion. So it's a little different. And also he had two sides, because in one scene where he sees a juicy bone, but he needs to go and deliver a message for Tintin to someone else. But he leaves the letter and goes to the juicy bone. So that depicts that he has two sides, even though he was very loyal to Tintin. He never left his side.
Yeah, two sides. He
Yeah,
was
everyone
like,
has a
One,
weak.
he was
like in
tempted.
another
He
book,
was tempted to the bone. Yeah.
Yeah.
and now in another book, when Tintin is kidnapped, he runs how many ever miles it is. He runs till there, getting all muddy. He didn't care about it. He just ran till there just to save Tintin.
Yeah. So my question, coming to the original question, why do you think that he could have, instead of Snowy, there could have been additional character as well? But why do you think that Hush chose an animal, a dog, uh, to accompany Tintin? Why Snowy? My
It
interpretation of this thing is because they wanted to show us that even animals have feelings.
Animals have feelings.
They also
Yeah.
feel and they also think like
Yeah, that also.
uh, humans, and they can also be tempted. They can also be like momentarily they can be tempted, and they can have like
They have weaknesses.
temptations. They also have weakness and strength. So I think that was
Yeah.
anyway. We had a very good discussion today. So I hope that you guys picked something from these discussion today, and this brings us to the end of our short session. We will take up books and we will come back again. Yeah. So to all our audience, please take care of yourself and be happy.
Bye.
Thank you and bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.